Yo, what's going on guys, it is JD here back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squad series. On to episode 19 now, so one away from 20 obviously, which is absolutely fantastic. And again, we are doing this episode based off of this tweet right here, which has now got 165 replies, which is kind of mad. Now, of course, a new tweet will be going out on Monday, which will be for the next two episodes, which we'll get into next week. So we've got another 12 people to get through today. If you're not in this batch, you might have been in the first batch, so be sure to go ahead and watch episode number 18, which is live on the channel already. And like I said, if you're not in either of them, don't panic. There's a lot of people that submit their squads, so make sure you keep submitting your squads. It is done at random, completely random. I don't have any favoritism or anything to anyone who applies. And it's not based on time either. You can be first or you can be last, and you still got a good chance of getting it into the video. So yeah, be sure to keep a lookout on my Twitter, JD_crossover, for the tweet on Monday. Now, before we jump into it, of course, a massive shout out to the MVPs and the GOATs of the channel. For the MVPs, we have got Heisenberg Panda, Todd, Lou, Harry, Will, Harko, Patrick, Cole, Joaquim, and Safe. And then the GOATs, we've got Eric, Ice Cream, Jason, Cody, and Z. Thank you guys so much, and if you guys want to also get involved and help support the channel, then there's a join button down below. If not, the top line of the description will show you how it is done. And a quick shout out to Jameson for yesterday, subscribing over on Twitch and giving so many donations over on YouTube. He wanted a little shout out, so there you go, my guy. I appreciate you big time. Alright, enough talking, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get into today's episode. So, first up, we have got Dayanand. Oh, I'm so bad with pronunciations. Are on the Hawks Freelance and 2013 Heat Playbook. I also like to pick and pop with Wade and also rim run and 5 out. I have 112 MT, 112 KMT, but don't know who to upgrade. I have Wade at the 2 because of how many tall point guards there are. So we've got Wes Unseld, Dwayne Wade, Kawhi, Ben Wallace and Wilt. Hedis Hercule, Cam Reddish, Darius Miles, Rudy Gay and Dino Radja. So a lot of your MT is pretty much in this Galaxy Opal Hedis Hercule card. He's definitely the most expensive card here, I'm pretty sure. Ben Wallace, I would say you might as well sell him. With the addition of Danny Manning now into the game and the price that Danny Manning is, I would say sell Ben Wallace, bring in Danny Manning at that starting 4, or get yourself a Jeff Green, because even Jeff Green is like 25k right now. He's so cheap. So get rid of Ben Wallace, get him sold. Other than that, I feel like the squad is pretty strong. I would recommend an Eddie Curry as well, even over Wilt Chamberlain. I think Eddie Curry brings a more well-rounded package than Wilt Chamberlain does. Eddie Curry's got obviously the better ball control, better shooting, he's got range, better release. Yeah, I don't think Wilt really has a spot in this squad. If you really like him, then sell Dino Radja and use Wilt off the bench, but I would definitely recommend getting Eddie Curry in at the starting centre position. Other than that, if you bring in Eddie Curry and then a different power forward, I don't think you're going to have too much MT left to play with, but that is a nice little squad. You can maybe get rid of the Hedis Hercule, like I said, because you've got so much MT invested in him, and then get a Galaxy Opal Draymond or someone like that, but if you like to, well, I don't know, if you like to rim run, then yeah, I would say Galaxy Opal Draymond is still a good option. But yeah, a nice little squad to get us going here today. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Right, we move on. Next up, we have got JTC. Hey, JD. I run Hawks Freelance 5 out and run the Miami Heat Playbook. I have 220k MT after selling John Wall. I green constantly with Bosch and Hidu. Will accept any suggestions. Keep up the great work on the videos and the streaming. Thank you so much. So we've got Hedis Hercule, Rudy LaRusso, which is an interesting one. Thel Bailey, Chris Bosch, Jack Sikma. And off the bench, Derek Rose, Cam Reddish, Eric Pascal, the Evo'd one, Danny Manning, and Boogie Cousins. So a couple of improvements could be made to this squad. Definitely that centre position. Jack Sikma and Boogie just aren't it at this point in the game. So again, I'm going to recommend an Eddie Curry. And then Dino Radja himself is down at like 15k. Look, the market is in tatters right now. So you really need to take advantage. That didn't make any sense. You really need to take advantage. There we go. Danny Manning as well. Upgrade to the Pink Diamond. Because so cheap. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 MT for him. It's a joke how cheap that card is, so go ahead and get him in there. And then as for Derek Rose at that backup point guard position, again, Penny Hardaway came out in this Showtime set. He is very cheap. His release isn't the best, but if you just like to rim run, then I would strongly recommend going for it. If you're doing like 5 outs and whatever, if you want to just speed boost past people and get to the rim with hop steps, Penny Hardaway is going to be a very strong option. And of course, brings you a lot more on the defensive end compared to a Derek Rose. Eric Pascal as well. Probably recommend getting rid of him because he's not the most incredible card in the world, and then bringing in a Darius Miles or a Jeff Green at that backup small forward position. Other than that, you've got 220 KMT, so you could probably afford someone reasonably high rated. You could probably get a Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler to put in that 2-guard position, and then if you really like Rudy LaRusso, you can have him off the bench and then get rid of Cam Reddish. Bringing in a Galaxy Opal Jimmy Buckets will be a big improvement to this squad, I would say. And yeah, maybe keep an eye out on Chris Webber as well, because you might be able to get away with him at the centre position, or put Bosch at centre and then have Chris Webber at the power forward position. That could also work out for you. So keep an eye on those two guys' prices, because they are reasonably cheap at the moment. But a nice little squad there. We'll probably also give that one an 8 out of 10, because it is nice and solid. Next up, we have got Riley. I have 154,000 MT at the moment, and I like my team, but please give me suggestions for new players to pick up. Love the vids, man. Thank you so much, Riley. Appreciate that, bro. We've got Wes Unseld, Joe Caldwell, Anton Jameson, Kevin Willis, LA. Then we've got Draymond, Walter Davis, Dale Ellis, Yee, and Eddie Curry. So I think Yee is very, very expensive for what he is, so I would suggest selling him. Anton Jameson, not the most incredible card in the world. Again, I would recommend selling him. Dale Ellis at the 3 guard, I think is worrying, because let's just take a look at his height, and I'm pretty sure he's quite... Is he quite short? No, he's 6'7". I mean, I guess you could get away with playing him there at 6'7", but probably still wouldn't recommend it. Realistically, most small forwards at the moment are sort of like 6'9" and above. So you don't really want to be getting out-heighted to that position, especially because he's next to Walter Davis, who is 6'5". So yeah, definitely get rid of Dale Ellis as well. Bring in, a Danny Manning, a Darius Miles, a Jeff Green, a Larry Johnson even. He could come in as well. And if you really want to splash out a little bit more, then you can get yourself a Galaxy Opal Spicy P. And then I would suggest a straight swap between Anton Jameson and Spicy P. So sell Anton Jameson, bring in Pascal Siakam, get him into that small forward position, and then maybe off the bench even you can get an Andrei Kirilenko for reasonably cheap right now. And you should be able to have the MT to do that if you do go ahead and sell off that Yee as well. But a nice little squad, some really, really powerful pink diamonds. Yeah, Wes Unseld obviously is fantastic. Joe Caldwell also fantastic. We'll give that one another 8 out of 10. Oh, I hope I'm not being too boring with these ratings. Next up, we've got Dean Wade is the GOAT. Hello, JD. I run the Bucks 5 out, and I like to peekaboo rim run. I'm currently selling Opal Gordon Hayward, who I just sniped, so I should have about 500k. I'm looking to upgrade my backup shooting guard and backup power forward, and I'm open to any suggestions. And then it says, update. I bought Opal Hiditurklu and moved Giannis to power forward. Interesting. And Jeff Green to backup power forward. So now I have 330,000 MT. Also, I know you might tell me to upgrade Daquan Cook. I definitely will. But I really love that card and want to upgrade Cam Reddish instead. Okay, so you've bought in Opal Hiditurklu. That's fine. But Giannis at power forward is such a waste of that card. That card just needs to be at the point guard position. If you're going to play him at power forward, you might as well have the moments card, realistically. That card is so expensive because of his position. So, yeah, I would strongly recommend keeping that card at the point guard position. I know you might like the Hiditurklu, but Giannis is significantly better in my opinion. And then, yeah, we have a look here. So you want to keep Daquan Cook, that's absolutely fine. Cam Reddish, yes, can definitely be improved. And again, Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler, pick him up. 100,000 MT, such a good price for such a good card. Michael Porter Jr. is fine. Eddie Curry's fine. Mel Daniels, you've said you've moved Jeff Green down there. Yeah, I mean, it's good to get Mel Daniels out of there, but like I said, I don't think Opal Hiditurklu is the wave, especially not with Giannis in the squad. Maybe keep Giannis as a starting point guard and have Opal Hidu as the backup point guard. That wouldn't be a bad move. And then have Opal Jimmy Butler off the bench, or Opal Jimmy Butler starting and Daquan Cook off the bench. That could also work. And then you would need a power forward to replace that Mel Daniels card. And again, you can get someone like Andrei Kirilenko for so cheap right now. So you're not even going to be spending all of your MT. Still going to have some left to play with. And you're going to have some nice upgrades. But a nice little squad right there. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Because it's got Giannis, and that is one of the best cards in the game, in my opinion. Next up, we've got Jay. He says, I'm somewhat of a casual. I'm really just doing the Spotlight Sim challenges because it's actually a minor challenge, which is very, very true. So we've got De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, Wilson Chandler, Larry Nance, JaVale McGee, and then off the bench, Derek Fisher? No, that's not a word. Derek Fisher, Gilbert Arenas, Cameron Butler, Bob Pettit, Bill Russell, and then Rajon, Rick Fox, and Nerlens Noel. So, I would suggest selling off the majority of your cards right here. De'Aaron Fox, obviously, is that the career highlights, Devin Booker? No, I don't think so. So yeah, sell the Devin Booker as well. No, it's definitely not because it's the Evo'd one. Sell Devin Booker, Wilson Chandler, sell, Larry Nance, sell, off the bench, Gilbert Arenas, Bob Pettit. Oh, no, you can't sell those because you've locked in Bill Russell. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky, bro. But yeah, out of that starting lineup, sell, sell, sell. And bring in, Isaac Bonga's nice and cheap right now. Jeff Green's nice and cheap. Eddie Curry's nice and cheap for that centre position as well. And then if you want to get an Opal as well, you can do. George Gervin, Gary Payton, both really, really good cards and really, really cheap right now. But for that lineup, we're going to give that one a 5 out of 10 because it's not exactly meta at this point in time in the game. Next up, we have got Baller, who says, have 300,000 MT and want to upgrade my small forward and point guard. Do you have any ideas who I could get? Also, I enjoy your streams on Twitch and YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you so much for the support, bro. All right, so point guard and small forward. So Gilbert Arenas and Kiki off the bench. And you don't have a... Oh, no, you do have a backup center. It's in the wrong place. No, but you can't have Dave Cowens as a backup center because he's too small. I mean, you've got a decent amount of MT in the top right-hand corner right there. So a Galaxy Opal Draymond Green or a Pink Diamond Wes Unseld are going to be the guys coming at this point guard position. At the small forward position, it's going to be Galaxy Opal Spicy P because he's so good. And then at the backup center position, like I said, Eddie Curry is really, really cheap right now, about 50,000 MT. Go ahead, put him in there, and then get rid of Cam Reddish by the looks of it because you got Gilbert at the 1, and then... Oh, no, get rid of Kiki, yeah. And Dave Cowens as well, probably. I don't even know. It confuses me when it's not in order. But the starting lineup is okay. Oh, you do have Spicy P in the starting lineup. Okay, so you're going to have to upgrade that Siakam. So, you can upgrade that Siakam for the Pink Diamond to the Galaxy Opal, which I do think is worth it anyway. And then off the bench, I'm going to say a Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler. Because again, so good and so cheap. But really nice team. Kobe's in there. Hakeem's in there. James Harden's in there. Fantastic team. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10 from me. Derek next up says, hey JD, I live your content. You don't love it, you live it. You love to hear it. I'm a huge fan. I have about 50k in the auction house. I would like to improve my backup power forward. I run my offense through pick and rolls and a 3-point hunt. Please rate my squad. Well, I'm on that right now, Derek. I'm on that right now, bro. Dwayne Wade, DeMar DeRozan, Rocco, James Worthy, David Robinson off the bench, and Evoed Magic, Eddie Jones, AK Mel Daniels, and Eddie Curry. So yeah, backup power forward is Mel Daniels right now. With about 50,000 MT to spend, it's going to be a Jeff Green. That's going to be about the biggest upgrade that you can make because he's about 25k right now. So you'll still have a little bit of MT to play with, but he is really, really strong. Interesting that you have Evoed Magic off the bench and Dwayne Wade at the starters, but I guess that works well with the 3-point hunting. But yeah, very, very nice squad to be fair. Very, very meta players. Very meta players. We'll give that one a 9 out of 10 because, like I said, all of those players are very, very strong for this year's meta. I said that word in like the last 5 sentences, so I'll stop saying that now. Next up, we have got Big Blue Unibrow. God Squad will have 800k in a few hours, and yeah, it's a God Squad, guys. Magic Johnson, Glenn Rice, Scottie Pippen, so we locked in, Chris Bosh, Kareem, and then obviously off the bench, T-Mac, DeMar DeRozan, AK, the Giannis, and Glitch Shaq. As good as this team is, and it is incredible, I'm going to say there's a couple of players you don't really need to have there. So, the Glitch Tracy McGrady, don't think you really need to have the MT invested in him. He's barely a difference from the leap year one, which is considerably cheaper. Yes, they can play different positions, but is it really worth the ridiculous amount of extra MT? I really don't think so. So, I would recommend selling off that Tracy McGrady. John Wall as well. Might as well get rid of him because there's no real point in having him in the game at this point in time. And other than that, obviously right now they've released the GOAT Kareem, so he's an option in this squad. But I would say get in Galaxy Opal Joel Embiid as well because Joel Embiid is so good and he's only about 200,000 MT, which is mad. But incredible squad. Obviously, we'll give that one a 9.5 or 9.6 or 9.7 out of 10. Next up, we've got Will. Hey JD, I love the vids and the streams. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Will. I'm looking for 2 new point guards and maybe a backup small forward. Would sell anyone and I now have about 100,000 MT. So we've got Derrick Rose and Lonzo Ball. Yes, definitely recommend selling off both of those guys. So sell Evo Derrick Rose and sell your Lonzo Ball. That will get you quite a bit of MT back into your club. And the backup small forward, yes, is Kiki. He can definitely be upgraded. Get a Spicy P, get an Andre Kirilenko, and that's a really, really good upgrade without spending too much MT, realistically. In the starting lineup, we've got the Glitched Shaq, T-Mac, and MJ. That's an expensive trio right there. Glitched Shaq, I'd probably recommend selling and bringing in, like I just said a second ago, the Galaxy Opal Joel Embiid because he is so good, and he's a fraction of the price of what this Shaq is. And he can do everything that this Shaq can with a better release. In my opinion, anyway, Embiid has a better release than Shaq. So definitely sell Shaq, get a lot of MT back into your club, which I'm sure you'll be happy with, and get Embiid, who, like I said, you might even be enjoying him more than you do that Shaq. But other than that, a solid little squad. MJ is still one of the best cards in the game, even that version. And obviously Tracy McGrady also still one of the best cards in the game. We'll give that one a 9.2, 9.3 out of 10. Next up, we've got Eli. I'm a big fan. I'm very much willing to sell anyone. Don't have very much MT, but I'm looking to prove my backup point guard. Thanks. Okay, so we've got Hedo Turkoglu, J.R. Smith. He's got the Siakam, he's got Porzingis, and he's got the Embiid. So 2 guys that I've been really recommending throughout this episode. Eli has both of those. We've got Isaac Bonga, Joe Caldwell, Cam Reddish, Dave Cowens, Eddie Curry, and then the full Evo, Jeremy Lin, Thurl Bailey, and Miles Turner as well. So you're looking to upgrade your backup point guard, but you've only got that amount of MT, which isn't really much, is it? So I would recommend sell Hedo Turkoglu, and with the money you get from him, buy Wes Unseld and Galaxy Opal Draymond Green. I think Draymond and Wes are a much stronger combo than Hedo and Bonga, in my opinion, and then I think you'll be set, and I think you should just be able to do that as well with the money you'll get from the sale of that Hedo Turkoglu. But other than that, a really, really strong squad. Siakam, Chris Stamps, Joel, Cam Reddish, still a good card. Eddie Curry, obviously fantastic. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got Greenlight Bros. We like to play 21 delay with a bit of rim running. I have 100k in investments. I'm willing to buy and sell anyone. Keep up the good work. Love the videos. Thank you so much, Greenlight. I appreciate you, bro. So we've got JR Swish at the 1, Cam Reddish, Hedo Turkoglu at the 3, which I think is a bit of a waste. Sean Kemp, who is fantastic, Eddie Curry, and then off the bench, Wes Unseld, Wilson Chandler, Jeff Green, Mel Daniels, and Miles Turner. Okay, a little bit of work to be done on this squad. Wilson Chandler, gotta go. He does not really have a place in this squad, in my opinion. Hedo Turkoglu as well. At the small forward position, like I said, I feel like is a bit of a waste. So go ahead, get rid of Hedo Turkoglu as well, because I don't really think he's worth it at that position. And J.R. Smith also at the 1, especially if you do a bit of rim running. J.R. Smith is not that guy. Have Wes Unseld as your starting point guard. That's absolutely fine. Sell off JR, get a bit of MT back into the club, and then backup point guard. You can either buy the Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway or an Amethyst Isaac Bonga. At the backup shooting guard position, you could probably be able to afford, after selling off the Hedo Turkoglu and the J.R. Smith, a Jimmy Butler, and then have Jimmy Butler starting and Cam Reddish off the bench. I think that's going to be an improvement. And then for the backup power forward position, again, it's going to be an Andre Kirilenko or a Spicy P, which, again, I think you should be able to afford, especially if you've got some MT in investments as well. Miles Turner could be upgraded, but realistically, I don't think he'll have the MT to play with to do so. But Eddie Curry at the starting centre position is absolutely fantastic. So a nice little squad there, not to be taking anything away from it. It's still a nice little squad with some very, very meta players. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10. And then last but not least, we have Cannav, who says, hey mate, love your content. I started playing 2 months back, and I have 2.6 to work with. Any advice would be handy, and this is no money spent as well. I understood how to trade on FIFA, which is fair play, so well done. And he says, you also should try Aaron Gordon. He is fantastic. So we've got Magic Johnson, Dirk glitched at the 2, which I don't think is ever a card I've seen in these episodes. Melo, Mel Daniels, Cat, and then John Wall, Devin Booker, the career highlights card, Aaron Gordon, Terry Cummings, and Greg Oden. Greg Oden with that dynamic duo with John Wall off the bench. Okay, I see you. So I'm going to say Dirk's got to go. As fun as it is having a 7'2" guard, Dirk is not meta in this 2K, not in the slightest. So Dirk, get him sold. You'll get a little bit of MT back for him as well, which is nice. Your power forwards definitely need some work. Mel Daniels and Terry Cummings, not the most incredible players in the slightest. And you've got 2.6 mil to spend. So, centre position, Galaxy Opal Embiid. Power forward position, Galaxy Opal, Pascal Siakam, and a Galaxy Opal Michael Porter Jr. as well. Get those 2 guys in. Small forward, you've got Melo, Evo, fantastic. Evo, Aaron Gordon. I mean, if you really vibe with him, then I'm not going to say to sell him up. But yeah, Dirk Nowitzki, get him sold. Devin Booker, get him out of the squad. Bring in Opal Jimmy Butler and Opal Klay Thompson. And then the point guards, Magic Johnson, obviously fantastic. Evo, John Wall, probably would recommend selling and bringing in point guard Giannis. Because you've got that MT to buy, man. You've got that MT to ball out, so why not go for it? And that is going to do it, guys. And actually, just for a rating on that squad, we'll give that one. And I don't know, it's weird because some players are meta and then people like Devin Booker really aren't. So we'll go with an 8.5 out of 10 because it does still have some very, very strong Galaxy Opals in there. But that is going to do it, guys, for this episode. And I hope you have enjoyed the first video of the day. Be sure to stay tuned because I have an episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory dropping in a few hours' time after you guys are watching this. And as you guys are watching this, we'll be live on either Twitch or YouTube a couple of hours after this video has gone live. So be sure to stay tuned to those platforms as well. That's going to do it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.